Alright, well, yesterday was a good day. We got 30 miles done yesterday. So I think it's my biggest day. Weather was beautiful. The afternoon thunderstorms did appear, but just really only just a light rain on me for just a short time. Otherwise, just provided some nice cloud cover. So that worked out well. More beautiful views. I was able to see some, those storms off in the distance, and some raining on some forest fires that are around now. Speaking of which, I got another logistical challenge in that I was going to go about 40 miles to a highway to get off for resupply, but the trail is now closed 20 miles ahead due to a forest fire. It's called the Cliff Fire. But so now I got to figure out how to get around it. It's currently Saturday. There's a bus that runs from Etna to Wairika to Syed Valley, and Syed Valley is where I need to pick up the trail at, but it only runs on Mondays and Thursdays, one time each day. So I gotta figure out how to get down there to catch that bus. That'll be a little challenging. And then also I looked at the weather, and it's gonna be coming up in the high 90s. So much for my nice, for the next few days up here, high of about 70 to 72. So anyway, just be different. We'll see. I might have to do some night hiking if it's too terribly hot. But logistics, forest fires. I knew it was going to happen, but now it's upon me. So we'll just see. I was talking to some guys before. Their mantra is the trail provides, so I'm sure it will. It's a great day to be alive. Mountain views just don't stop. There's just all kinds of neat things to look at out here. You can see way off in the distance, snow-capped peaks still. And then you just keep going down the trail. Well, I just walked into my first area that's been burned here recently, and definitely smells like forest fire. See how it goes ahead. Well, this is a pretty rugged area I'm in currently. Lots of rocks, lots of jagged rocks. Very pretty. There's Mount Shasta. Still able to see it. It's such a big behemoth. And it's half covered in clouds currently. I've made it to the kind of top of this saddle. And get a nice view. There's some beautiful lakes down there below me. And then off in the distance it's pretty smoky. Not exactly sure where that fire's at. Somewhere over that direction. But yeah, we just got a few miles to go, maybe 10 or so to the end of the trail. Well, till they have the trail closed off due to the fire, and I gotta find a way down. Logistics. Let's do this. All right, back at it again this morning. So it's about 9 o'clock. I just got a ride up from the town of Etna to the trail here. I guess this is Etna Summit Trail. And yeah, this was to get around a fire. It's burning behind me. They got 20 miles of the trail closed off for that fire. And sorry, big uphill. But yesterday it was beautiful. Again, great views, and ended up with getting that ride from a trail angel into Etna. It's a very small place. Stayed at the city park in my tent. Did get to eat supper at a little restaurant, which was nice. And yeah, now I've got about 50 miles to Sayad Valley. Again, another very small little town to resupply. And Ashland, Oregon after that. So, all good stuff. Definitely smoky here today. Smelling it, but not too bad. Air quality's not bad currently. Let's have a good one. Catch you later. You can see quite a bit of the smoke from that fire hanging out in the valley down there. Pretty cool. this little cut through between big rock outcroppings, and you can see way over there. You can see all the way to Mount Shasta still there, and then yeah, rock on this side. Pretty dang cool, I must say. And now we go down for a little while. Good morning. Getting going again here. Yesterday in the afternoon, my iPhone storage was full again because it was so beautiful. I was taking lots of pictures, lots of videos. So yesterday I did get a ride out of Etna in the morning. Got on trail about 9 a.m. and put in about 22, 23 miles, something like that, which I was very happy with. Stayed at a little camping area there called Marble Campground, because there's this huge chunk of marble just coming out of the mountain, which is kind of cool. Yeah, epic views. Talked with several different hikers about the weather. You know, they had all those thunderstorms a few days ago, and I came through it pretty good, right? But there, one group had to rescue a guy who got caught in a flash flood in his tent. They got him out, but all his gear went downstream somewhere. Another group had a lightning cause a fire close to them, and they called it in, and shortly thereafter some fire jumpers parajumped in to put it out. Yeah, and then I went around that fire closure, so been pretty eventful, I guess, last few days. And now I've got a day and a half or so to Syed Valley for the next resupply, and that should be my last resupply in California. My next stop after that will be Oregon, which is kind of a neat thing. California, whew, it's a long state, especially when this trail goes left and right and up and down. But again, just riding the crest of these mountains is gorgeous. Still a bunch of bear around. I haven't seen them, but other hikers have seen them, and definitely seen their scat on the trail quite a bit. So good times. Another great day to be alive. Catch you later. When I said there's a chunk of marble sticking out of the ground, I probably undersold it a bit. I mean, it's a big chunk. It's maybe a couple miles long and a mile wide. Huge. Those are full-grown trees up there. Yeah, cool. Yesterday I came across a trail crew that was clearing blowdowns, you know, big trees that have blown down or fallen across the trail. There's probably 8 or 10 young people in their late teens, early 20s, with a supervisor. And yeah, they're working on cutting a big tree, probably 3 foot in diameter, that was across the trail. But interestingly, no power tools used. They just had a big 2-man buck that looked like they all just take turns and then walk along the trail here today. See a lot of this area they've already been through. So it's really neat to see young people out here helping to maintain the trail and It's a good way to do it without creating another forest fire, like a chainsaw or something like that a engine could do. But yeah, that was neat. Good stuff. Interestingly, I've gone through several patches of snow this morning, and I'm just about 6,500 feet, maybe as high as 7,000, but not much. Usually it's around 6,500 where I went through snow, and that's the first snow I've seen in quite a while. I'm not sure if it's because I'm further north. I'm in Northern California now, or if they just got more snow this past winter and so it's still hanging around. But either way, that was unique. And then also, while the flowers, the bloom, super bloom in the desert was very neat, man, the meadows up here in the Alpine in Northern California are so full of wildflowers. I dare say it's better up here. Just the variety, all colors, shapes, and sizes you can't imagine. So pretty cool. Yeah, good stuff. Catch you later. All right, back at it again this morning. Stayed last night at Grider Creek Campground. Got about 25 miles in yesterday, maybe a little more. It was first half of the day was all on top the crest of the mountains and beautiful scenery. And then the second half I had like 12 to 14 miles of downhill that was a lot of bushwhacking because the trail was overgrown, and a lot of blowdowns, a lot of trees, big trees laying across the trail, which made it very challenging to get across. It was just chaos, but made it down. Along the way, man, so many berries. It's no wonder. Talked with several hikers yesterday, and there's been a lot of bear sightings, but there's acres of red raspberries, wild raspberries up there, and blackberries, and then all kinds of other berries and fruits that I don't know what they are. But yeah, so lots of bears. I personally didn't see any, but always watching the trail too, try not to trip. I only did a couple times, severely. Anyway, fun day. Today I got this road walk for about 6 miles to Syed Valley store. There's a store and a restaurant side by side. I'm gonna do a bit of resupply, my last resupply in California, and then it's on to Ashland, Oregon is my next stop. It's about 75 miles, so just a few days. And it's cool right now. It was pretty warm when I got down here yesterday. I came down, 4,000 feet or something. So hopefully it won't be too hot, because I got a really steep, big climb back up out of this valley as soon as I'm done with my resupply this morning. So that's the goal. Get some food and get up out of this valley and back into the cooler weather. Catch you later. It's tough to make any decent time going down this road because there's so many blackberries. I mean, they're all ripe and ready to be eaten, and I just keep getting sucked over and eating more of them. I gotta focus on going. There's also mulberry trees, and it's crazy how many berries and things there are here. Yeah, good stuff.
and they asked me to join the company.
It's hard to believe that just a couple hours ago I was 4,500 feet lower in elevation. It was a heck of a climb up here. You can kind of see the Klamath River down there. I crossed a bridge over that a few hours ago, and yeah, it is a great day to be alive.
Good morning. All right. Well, yesterday was just another awesome day. Actually started the day, a little walk into Syed Valley, and ate at the restaurant there with some fellow hikers, and had strawberry shortcake pancakes with a couple eggs and sausage, which is a great way to start the day. And then resupplied on a little bit of food, hiked up a very steep mountain, saw some beautiful views throughout the day. Did have to do a bit of bushwhacking at the beginning, but regardless, very good. And then when I was coming down to the little spot where I was gonna camp, which was next to a forestry road, there was trail magic. And so a guy named aka Ricky Bobby, whose son is on the trail several hundred miles south of me, he was up here doing trail magic, had a little Blackstone grill out and was doing hamburgers and hot dogs. So stayed and had a hamburger and a hot dog, and yeah, it was a great way to end the day. And now today, well, I got like 50 miles to go to the next resupply point, so not too big a deal, but hoping to do 20-25 today and same the next day, and then slide into town. That'll be Ashland, Oregon, so that'll be good. Be out of California. And yeah, looking at the comments ahead, I'm gonna go through a lot of burn area today, and a lot more bushwhacking. Guess there's a lot of blowdowns we'll have to get over, but let's just have another great day, shall we? Yeah, I think so. Catch you later. I've been fortunate enough to hike with a woman named Kristen aka Cloudy, from The Hague in the Netherlands. She's a banking executive there. And really neat to hear about the Netherlands. I didn't know a lot about it, so she was able to tell me about how we got kind of a group of people that live in northern Netherlands and a group of people that live in southern Netherlands, and their accents are very different. Those in the north, I guess, have a very strong, harsh type accent, and those in the south is more like influenced by Belgium and is softer. And they're two distinct groups that don't necessarily see eye to eye politically. And in between is Holland, which neither of the north or south Netherlands people claim to be from Holland. That's it's kind of funny how it seems like similar to states here in the U.S. Different states kind of, or areas, claim or don't claim to be related to others. Yeah, so that was really interesting. Also learned that Netherlands, the term is low country. If it was, in French, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, Netherlands kind of means low country because 80% of the country is below sea level. And yeah, pretty neat. Learn about a new country a bit. Yeah, cool stuff, cool people. Catch you later. All right, just crossed over from California into Oregon. So that was awesome. Another milestone reached. Also, I have less than 1,000 miles to go to Canada. So that's good, like 950 miles or something. And yeah, another beautiful day. Welcome to Oregon. Let's go climb a mountain. Catch you later. Here's a poem that one of the commenters on my guidebook made regarding California. Goodbye to sunburns, snow and smoke, to rattlesnakes and spigots broke. I've trudged through SoCal's desert maze, Sierra bugs and NorCal's blaze. But now I stand 1 foot each side, with blisters pride and legs frog wide. Oregon, I shout, let's cut a deal. Less climb, more shade, and a decent meal. A mile's hard on feet this beat. The trail's still long, but so sweet. California, you fierce old flirt. I love the views, but damn you hurt.